completed 134 days of the highest quality of top-flight football in the country. Well, today the city of Red Roofs and home to the Oluyole Warriors play host to the headline contest in what is the final match day of the regular season. Quite the picturesque outlook of a ground where teams come with the highest of expectations but often leave with gloomy faces. The Lekan Salami Stadium centered across this immaculate city. They say it's the largest in this part of the continent, and Red Roofs serve the highest standard. So much to anticipate this match day at a happy hunting ground for the home side. Today they welcome ENYIMBA International Football Club, a team who amplified the essence of this competition, and with 8 titles, the most successful in the history of the Nigeria Premier Football League. Action will get underway in a few minutes. For now, it's the soon-to-be required pre-match warm-ups. It's essential, as they say, for all humans, even more for the players. Just the graphical representation of what is to come and the beauty that is this edifice known as the Lekan Salami Stadium. So much riding on this particular contest, involving 2 heavyweights, shooting stars in no regard, one of the top teams in the elite division, a side who also recorded numerous success stories when it comes to football in Nigeria, both in the Premier Football League and also on the African continent. And today, with nothing to play for, both spoilers, there's a side who, as you can tell, have dominated this division, as you can tell, have also dominated the continent by virtue of 2 Champions League title triumph. But today it's a bit delicate for ENYIMBA International Football Club. They've journeyed all the way from the east down to the southwest to come to this turf, the Lekan Salami Stadium, home of Shooting Stars Football Club, to achieve just one aim: pick that ticket to play in the Super 6. Well, this picture of the players warming up, it's essential, helps activate and primes the connections between the nerve and muscles, which improves the efficiency of movement. They say if you fail to warm up before a game, there's a likelihood you might not get to finish that particular fixture. Doing it properly also reduces the risk of suffering a muscle injury in training or at the start of a match. There's so much to look forward to. Players who have held their own this campaign. In a few minutes we'll run through the lineups with so much to share with you, but of course it's a production heavily supported by GTI, as you can see, the Nigerian Football Fund. We take a short break. When we return, it will be perfect time to prep for what will be an exciting contest.
TNFF, United People, Stronger Economy.
The fund has my full support.
TNFF is the best vehicle, in fact the only one I see that will provide this platform, and I fully support it.
It's coming at the very right time, and I said it's very well designed, it's very well orchestrated to succeed.
I'm in full support of the TNFF, and I encourage and urge every Nigerian to be an investor in the TNFF.
I do support this fund very, very much. It's a fantastic and creative fund, innovative.
Wholeheartedly, I want to say the Nigerian Football Fund have my absolute support.
TNFF, United People, Stronger Economy. Join us. Let's unlock greatness.
No problem. It's fine. Bro, let's connect this for you.
TNFF, United People, Strong.
Inadequate finance, lousy infrastructure, and poor and late event administration, among other issues, plague football and other sports in Nigeria. No more. Introducing the Nigeria Football Fund, a novel project packaged by GTI that aims to unlock the commercial values in Nigeria's sports ecosystem to raise an initial value of 5 billion for our sports ecosystem. Unlike other vanilla funds, which do not facilitate the growth of sports, a crucial sector in Nigeria, our project is packaged to reclassify donations by corporate bodies with measurable returns for our investment. That's right, our open-ended fund will permit room for both sophisticated and qualified investors both in Nigeria and globally. These funds aim to enable government-use football to manage social vices, football clubs to enhance a national saving culture, football players to deepen the creative economy, football fans to enjoy the tourism sector with positive effects, unit holders to become an integral part of infrastructure development. Let's build a strong Nigerian sports ecosystem on the wing of football to push our economy forward. Start investing today at www.tnff.gti.com.ng. United people, stronger economy. Inadequate finance.
Yeah, the match is going to be a big one. In fact, one of the biggest in this season. And going to look at it. Thank God we are not under prayer. Likewise, ENYIMBA. But there have been traditions that have been existing between 3SC and ENYIMBA. That's what is going to make that match a serious one. And as we are Oluyole warriors, we will not hesitate to show them that we are warriors, and every warrior is out to win. We are expecting them to come. We give them a nice game, but by God's grace, we are going to win ENYIMBA by tomorrow, by God's grace.
Game to my linear, to my new gidi gan. To ENYIMBA no kin se won ri wa bayen. Nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ń lé ó lọ gan torí Super Six tó ń lé yẹn game yẹn máa bọ̀ mo nígbàgbọ́ pé kò lè nà wá mọ́ bí báyìí lọ́la.
And as you know, the match between Shooting Stars and the ENYIMBA is always a tough match. Definitely, the game is going to be very tough. But I'm very sure that Shooting Stars is going to win tomorrow by the special grace of God.
So for Shooting Stars, I won't spoil the party for ENYIMBA tomorrow. How would that make you feel?
No, there's nothing like a spoiling party for ENYIMBA. When you look at the table, you will see that at least to a certain extent, ENYIMBA is also stable on the league. And we believe that they are going to play the playoff for the, for the Continental.
Shooting Star is highly prepared. ENYIMBA was even aiming to go for Continental, while Shooting Star as a team have even escaped relegation. So I think the match will be highly exclusive.
So what are your predictions for the game tomorrow?
Full-time draw.
Full-time draw.
Yeah.
So no score?
No, it might be a score draw, it might be a goalless. My prediction is full-time draw.
Sammy, if you see Joy, I beg you, help me buy food. Please help me find food. Yes. Yes.
Well, welcome back to the Lekan Salami Stadium here in Ibadan. The match officials just getting themselves fully involved. They also are technical players. Welcome back to the Lekan Salami Stadium here in Ibadan. The match officials. Oh, just catching my breath. Yeah, getting excited about what is to come, and the players themselves putting themselves in the perfect situation. When fixtures are released for the season, they are setting ties, which the football fans swiftly scan through to identify their match days. This particular contest top start chart regional dominance in the mode of football clubs. It's pretty hard for any other team to best Shooting Stars in the southwest. Likewise, their opposition, the People's Elephant Supreme Oriental Reign in the east. And I've got my sake. The intention was to have him first on pitch side, but the Gremlins took charge, and he's found himself in the commentary booth. Emmanuel Sebastian would join me for what is a fixture the entire country have been anticipating. Emmanuel Sebastian, good afternoon to you.
Well, Emmanuel, good afternoon to you. And I mean, it's a big day in the Nigerian Premier Football League. The final match day of the regular season. And I mean, a lot of deciding fixtures will be going down today across various match centers. And yes, this game, the focus for us today is this game between the Oli Warriors of Shooting Stars and the People's Elephants of ENYIMBA. Big game, I tell you. The fans are already building up to this game. The excitement it's high. The fans are ready for this game. For Shooting Stars, they might come as party spoilers for ENYIMBA today, because I mean, whatever happens, they're going to end the season in 6th position. But for ENYIMBA, they have that Super 6 spot to contend with. So a big game for ENYIMBA. All they need is to get the 3 points and secure their position in that top 3 position. So big game for the People's Elephant here, for Coach Finidi George. I mean, he knows how to. He might just need to set his side up very well. The mentality of the side is to come here, get the 3 points. Playing away from home is always going to be tricky. And yes, we are looking forward to an exciting game, and hopefully this game lives up to expectation. I mean, it's final match day. We expect the drama, the excitement, and we hope this game is one of those games that will give us that much excitement come the end of full time.
Well, it's important you mentioned fixtures across the country. Well, just to share, I'm hoping sometime during the broadcast they could get the graphical representation, but there'll be matches scattered across. There's an early kickoff, yet to find out what the outcome of that game is. Insurance are part of that side, taking on Nassau United at the New Jos Stadium at an early kickoff. But Gombe United will also host the Kwara United that's a game of huge significance for this contest. Yeah. Remo Stars at home will play against Kwara United, and El Kanemi, relegated El Kanemi, are taking Plateau United. That's also a fixture for pride for Plateau United, who surprisingly lost to Remo Stars at the New Jos Stadium the last weekend. Those are the fixtures in Group A. Emmanuel Sebastian. This is the star fixture, of course, at the Lekan Salami Stadium, but as I referenced, there'll be focused that game in Gombe and that home fixture between Remo Stars and Kwara United.
For the game in Gombe, I mean, Kwara United just need to get the job done and hope something happens here. Hope Shooting Stars gets that 3 points against ENYIMBA. For ENYIMBA, if they get a draw in this game, they can still scale through with a draw, but that depends on how many goals Kwara United is going to score against Gombe United to secure the most needed 3 points. So much permutations, going on today, this final match day in the fixture, and for Remo Stars, I mean, playing at home to Kwara United, another team who's also contesting for a spot in the top 3 positions in this Group A standings. Remo Stars just needs to get the 3 points. Kwara United, I mean, we were in Akure last time. We saw that game where they secured their top flight status for the season. Big game. They get the needed 3 points. So in a much relaxed mood in Ekene against Remo Stars. So, but I expect ENYIMBA to get the 3 points. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Very tough game. Shooting Stars want to end the season on high. Benga Ogumbote wants to set up his team to make sure that it's I don't know if he's going to turn the season as success for him, because they're going to end the 6th position. So is 6th position a success for Shooting Stars? We don't know. But to me, if you ask me, fair enough. I think it's a decent finish for Shooting Stars. Looking at how they built the team, the raft of signings they made. But I expect ENYIMBA to get the result here. Whatever Kwara United play out there in Gombe, ENYIMBA is just going to go through. That's my prediction for me.
Well, I just got this statistics. Shout out to Toby Adekpoju, who's of course one of those passionate followers of the Nigerian Premier Football League. No thanks to J-Sam, who also just embellishes his knowledge with statistics and data collection, just reminding the entire country that none of the previous final match days in the last 2 NPFL seasons, 2021-22, 2021 recorded a draw. All 20 matches ended in wins, and typical of 9 out of 10 of those being in favour of the home side. So if you're an ENYIMBA fan glued onto this telecast, it's not a good reference, because it's not peculiar, but oftentimes the home side just, I don't know, bring out superhuman powers when they play at home. But again, it's Aimba International. If there's any side who could go to any terrain to pick maximum points, and the records say, Emmanuel Sebastian, that this season they've picked up the most wins on the road, 4 away wins for Aimba this campaign.
I mean, I expect Enyimba to get the result. The reverse fixture of this game, I mean, ended in victory for Enyimba. Though that might not have any bearing in this game because this is a different game entirely. Like I said earlier, Shooting Stars might want to end the season on a high. They might want to put on a show for the, in front of the fans and get the much needed 3 points here. But Enyimba, big side. They have the experience, the managers there. They have the players who are there to get the job done. In terms of goal scoring, all over the pitch, experience all through for Enyimba, and this game is going to be an exciting game. Like you roll out those stats, from final match day fixtures, and I expect goals in this game. I expect Enyimba to get the 3 points. For Shooting Stars, I just don't know how they're going to stop this Enyimba attack today. But playing in front of the fans might just give them that edge, that advantage. But Enyimba is experienced enough, playing away from home, to catch the much needed result right here at the Lekan Salami Sports Complex.
And it would be quite the contest. The fans already are visibly present. They are also hoping for some excitement. But it's a season quite peculiar in terms of the outlook. The conversation had by the IMC, the guys who are in charge of organising the top flight football, and also representatives of the 20 competing teams, and the Football Federation, led by President Alhaji Ibrahim Gusso, unanimously agreed to legitimize the layout for the new campaign. One which seems pretty uncommon, but it's not a first in Nigeria. We've seen an abridged season, and we have had quite a lot to just get ourselves excited with. But let's look at Group B also. There are matches there. We know there are fans of those teams glued to our broadcast. Abia Warriors against Doma United. It's 5th against 3rd. There's Bausa United who take on Tornadoes. That fixture is crucial because of safety or not safety for Bausa United. There's Sunshine against Dakar. There's Lobby against Wikitoris, and Rangers against Rivers United, which naturally is supposed to be a title fixture, but it's not at the moment. So I don't know. What does your heart say? Even if we know this graphics on your screen, Shooting Enyimba is our marquee fixture, but let's talk about Group B matches for a bit.
Okay, for me, Group B, Doma United. They've been, for me, the surprise package in that group. I mean, fighting for a spot in the Super 6. Doma United, if they go on to still Super 6 spot, it's going to be a huge season for them. For a newly promoted side coming to fight for a Super 6 position. I mean, you have to give it up for Doma United. And playing away at Abia Warriors, if they get the result there, I mean, it just shows how this side have fared so far this season. So I'm really impressed with what Doma United have done so far this season. For the Bayelsa United and Niger Tornadoes fixture, I mean, Bayelsa United playing for safety, like you talked about. In that group we already have Dakar United relegated, confirmed, but we are just waiting to see who the other team will be. It might be Bayelsa United, it might be Wikitoris. So Bayelsa United just need to get.
Who do you think it would be? I don't want too much analysis.
I think Bayelsa United would survive.
Okay,
would survive. I saw the look you gave me.
Yeah, because I'm just saying this. I've had the privilege of calling a game at that stadium. It was against Lobby Stars, who, prior to that moment, were top of the table, and Bausa United made mincemeat of that side. So I think they would have too much quality for Niger Tornadoes, which, interestingly to mention that they are 7 a 3-point deduction. Bausa United. Yeah. If that hadn't been the situation, who knows? They might be one of the teams vying for a top 3 finish. So, but who do you think will eventually pick that final top 3rd slot? Because what is guaranteed in Group B is Lobby Stars and Rivers United will be in the Super 6. So we've got Abia Warriors, we've got Doma United, we've got Sunshine, and just those 3 teams could pick the final slot.
If Doma United lose out on the Super 6 position, I mean, it's a season they've done so well for a newly promoted side. So if they won't be too disappointed, permit me to use that word, they won't be too disappointed losing out on the Super 6 position, because I mean, for me alone, Doma United, the season has been a success for me when you talk about Doma United. Then for the other fixtures, Sunshine Stars, another interesting game, I tell you, and Sunshine Stars have a chance. They have a chance as well to qualify, but something is telling me to. Okay, Lobby Stars, they're already through. Something is telling me Doma United might just sneak it and just end the season on a high. Like I said,
I like how dramatic you sound, because their final game, which is today, it's in Umuahia. That's a difficult fixture.
And Abia was also looking
to advance, yes.
Super 6 position, but like I said, it's already a successful season for Doma United. Irrespective of where they finish, they've had a successful season for a newly promoted side. But I love drama. I love surprises, and hopefully Doma United pull off that surprise result at the end of the match day fixture today.
Well, there's a possibility of high-scoring fixture across the country, various match centres. There's a record of 20 goals recorded in the final match days of each of the last 5 completed NPFL seasons, and it's emphasis to mention completed because it wasn't just Nigeria. The entire world suffered the ills of COVID-19, which made certain top divisions just halt proceedings, and teams in certain leagues were proclaimed champions by virtue of how many matches had been played before the pandemic shut down the entire world. But this season we will have complete campaign. It's an abridged format, but there will be a Super 6 to determine the eventual champions. Teams who would also play in on the continent, in the CAF Confederation Cup and in the CAF Champions League. A slot, by the way, is reserved for the side who would pick up the FA Cup title. There will be the team to pick up the final slot to play in the CAF Confederation Cup. But let's head back to our lead fixture, Emmanuel Sebastian. Yeah. Shooting Stars ENYIMBA, the early team news coming through, having that ENYIMBA would prosecute this game surprisingly without Chukwuemeka Obioma. If I'm an ENYIMBA fan watching this broadcast, I would be shivering at the moment. That's a man who scored 14 goals, top scorer this season. He's also in the hunt of usurping Mfonudo's 23 goals, which is a record in the Premier Football League. Playing a crucial game like this without your top scorer, how would Finidi accept this reality?
I mean, it's a huge blow for ENYIMBA. I mean, you don't want to come into such crucial games losing your star man, your top striker. And credit to Obioma. He's had a fantastic season, 14
brilliant
goals.
One, yeah.
And I think the Finidi coach Finidi George has handled it well. Looking at the player who's come in instead, Chijioke Mboma, a brilliant player, brilliant striker. They have the Arsenal in their ranks to. Yes, Mboma has scored 14 goals, but they have Chijioke Akuneto as well in the bench as well. Another fantastic goal scorer. We saw what he did a couple of seasons ago for Rivers United. And I think in this game, yes, it's a big miss for ENYIMBA to lose the top goal scorer. But I think with the players in their ranks and the player who's coming for him, I think they're capable enough to replace him in this fixture. But don't get me wrong, losing your top scorer is a big miss anytime, any day, heading into a crucial game as this away from home.
So the starting 11 is visible on your screen. You've got Bamidele, the goalkeeper for Shooting Stars at Dini. There's Ikowem Utin, who's also had a stint with ENYIMBA International in the past. There's Gali Falke, who would operate from the right side of the defense, and also that experience they have in midfield of Tamara Ezekiel. Commentated on the game while he was a player of Kano Pillars. Now he enjoys calling Shooting Stars home. There's also a bit of Akman Joshua. He just got a glimpse of the lineup, but we're still staying with ENYIMBA, the visitors, Manuel Sebastian. That midfield has got Fatai Abdullahi and Iken Nakupa, with Emo Boat and Sadiq Abubakar. You mentioned them having the Arsenal to compete at the highest level. What do they have to do not to lose this game? And I'm saying not to lose because they don't have to win to play in the Super 6. A point would be sufficient enough regardless of the outcome in Gombe. What can they do not to lose?
I mean, you just have to keep it tight at the back. The experienced head needs to come into play now for ENYIMBA. Just keep it tight at the back. Okechukwu and the other defenders who are going to play for them in the centre defense.
Yes, Sumari
Alalibo as well. These are guys who just need to keep it tight. They have the experience. You just need to absorb the pressure. I mean, it depends on how long you can absorb the pressure. But I mean, just keep it tight at the back. Don't concede. If you concede an early goal in a game like this, it's really going to be hard to get back up. I mean, you see the fans already. I was on the streets yesterday talking to the fans. They are ready to come support Shooting Stars. They want to end the season on a high. So, as watching this game for ENYIMBA, they just need to keep it tight at the back. Don't concede an early goal. Don't concede first in this game. See out the game. If you can hit them on the break, get on the score sheets, get an early goal instead of conceding an early goal. So for me, overall, just keep it tight at the back.
All right, we're going for a quick break. When we return, it will be action time from the Lekan Salami Stadium here in Ibadan.
TNFF, United People, Stronger Economy.
The fund has my full support.
TNFF is the best vehicle, in fact the only one I see that will provide this platform, and I fully support it.
It's coming at the very right time, and I said it's very well designed, the very well orchestrated to succeed.
I'm in full support of the TNFF, and I encourage and urge every Nigerian to be an investor in the TNFF.
I do support this fund very, very much. It's a fantastic and creative fund, innovative.
Wholeheartedly, I want to say the Nigerian Football Fund have my absolute support.
TNFF, United People, Stronger Economy. Join us. Let's unlock greatness.
Inadequate finance, lousy infrastructure, and poor and late event administration, among other issues, plague football and other sports in Nigeria. No more. Introducing the Nigeria Football Fund, a novel project package by GTI that aims to unlock the commercial values in Nigeria's sports ecosystem to raise an initial value of 5 billion for our sports ecosystem. Unlike other vanilla funds, which do not facilitate the growth of sports, a crucial sector in Nigeria, our project is packaged to reclassify donations by corporate bodies with measurable returns for our investment. That's right, our open-ended fund will permit room for both sophisticated and qualified investors both in Nigeria and globally. These funds aim to enable government-use football to manage social vices, football clubs to enhance a national saving culture, football players to deepen the creative economy, football fans to enjoy the tourism sector with positive effects, unit holders to become an integral part of infrastructure development. Let's build a strong Nigerian sports ecosystem on the wing of football to push our economy forward. Start investing today at www.tnff.gti.com.ng. United People, Stronger Economy. Inadequate finance, lousy infrastructure, and poor and late event administration, among other issues, plague football and other sports in Nigeria. No more. Introducing the Nigeria Football Fund, a novel project package by GTI that aims to unlock the commercial initial value of 5 billion for our sports ecosystem. Unlike other vanilla funds, which do not facilitate the growth of sports, a crucial sector in Nigeria, our project is packaged to reclassify donations by corporate bodies with measurable returns for our investment. That's right, our open-ended fund will permit room for both sophisticated and qualified investors both in Nigeria and globally. These funds aim to enable government-use football to manage social vices, football clubs to enhance a national saving culture, football players to deepen the creative economy, football fans to enjoy the tourism sector with positive effects, unit holders to become an integral part of infrastructure development. Let's build a strong Nigerian sports ecosystem on the wing of football to push our economy forward. Start investing today at www.tnff.gti.com.
So officially welcome to our coverage of the Nigeria Premier Football League in what is the final match day of the abridged calendar matches ongoing simultaneously across the country in Group A and Group B, some of which laced with huge significance as playoff sports are still up for grabs for some teams, while others battle to avoid a drop. Besides trophies, personal and team records, the history of this game we love often revolves around great rivalries. One of the most spectacular is what we would have the pleasure of talking you through today. Teams not only blessed with huge following but also success. 13 league titles between them and continental appeal. Shooting Stars Football Club, the home side, save with nothing but pride to play for, up against the People's Elephants ENYIMBA International Football Club, a team pretty uncertain about their final standing, despite coming into the final match day second in Group A. This is live from the Lekan Salami Stadium in Ibadan. The visitors lead the head-to-head count in the last 15 contests. 7 wins compared to Shooting's 5. The most recent, the reverse fixture, which was pretty comfortable for the Elephants, who secured a 2-0 win, courtesy of a first-half brace from league's current top scorer, Chukwuemeka Obioma. The news, as we touched on earlier on, that he's out of the starting lineup. So here's how the Elephants will file out the Travellers. That's a Jerry. There's Bilal Yakuba right back. Inie Imo Boats also in there. There's Inie Edem at left back. Somaria Lalibo, Chikamso, Okechukwu Ikenna, Cooper in midfield. There's Fatah Abdullah, there's Sadiq, there's Imo Obots, Chijoke Mbaoma, and the man who's replacing the top scorer this campaign, Moses Omodwe Meku for Shooting Stars Football Club. Bamidele is the goalkeeper who starts. There's Gali Falke Ikowem from Elephants. There's Desmond, there's Adeleye, Tamara Ezekiel, the midfielder, Taufik, Joshua Douglas, Achiv, not living out. Godwin, who's also responsible for some of their best performances this season, Godwin Alao, and the ever-experienced Sikiru Alimi. They set up Dawn. The gladiators set for battle. Emmanuel Sebastian. This is it. You know, it's what we've waited for. As a commentator, you feel the nerves. As a player, can't even imagine what they're feeling, particularly this team in white.
Yeah, this team in white, ENYIMBA. I mean, you know, looking, team is fired out, and it's a big game. What we've been waiting for. There's this final day excitement that gets to you whenever fixtures are going to be played, and it's a big game in front of us. The Lekan Salami Sports Complex is ready. The fans are ready. The atmosphere is lively. You know, the fans are ready to support the Oluyole Warriors right here inside the Lekan Salami Sports Complex. Pressure for one team, less pressure for the other team, but the team with the more pressure is no doubt the People's Elephants of ENYIMBA. They just need to get the job done here, and I mean, it's a big game in front of us, and we are expecting goals, drama, and hopefully this game lives up to expectation.
The league double in the fixture is unprecedented. That alone details how much of a fortress this arena is in all of their effervescence and illustrious Premier Football League record. ENYIMBA seem to always struggle when they come visiting. The records say they haven't scored on this ground, Emmanuel Sebastian, since 2013. They've got to score if they want to stay and compete in the top 3.
It's either you score or you keep it tight at the back for ENYIMBA. I mean, that tells you how difficult it is, you know, coming here to play away from home against this side, Shooting Stars. You just have to, you know, keep it tight. And I feel this is a game they have to get on the score sheet. And you just can never tell. But if you don't score, keep it tight at the back. But I mean, they have what it takes to score. Yes, despite the fact that they're going to miss the highest goal scorer so far this season. But with the players that have been fired out for ENYIMBA, I think they're going to get a goal in this game. And it's going to be a tough game. And hopefully they get the most needed 3 points come the end of full time.
Well, no game this season have had so many storylines attached with high expectations. And the extra incentive of pitching fine battles. And trapped in all of this is what could be termed tactical familiarity. Shooting Stars are playing from left to right in their predominant home outfits, and the People's Elephants, a side who are vying to be part of the top 6 expedition, will try to attack from right to left. Nothing is ever predestined. A victory over an opposition often becomes the gateway that leads to new beginnings. And if Coach Finede George is able to mastermind a victory here at the Lekan Salami Stadium, it would be relayed as the biggest win of his embryonic managerial career so far. To the first 60 seconds in this game, it looks pretty comfortable for both teams.
Pretty comfortable for both teams. I mean, the home side Shooting Stars, you know, they started the season so bad. You know, the first stanza of the season wasn't too good for a team like Shooting Stars. For that man there, the Oracle Benga Ogumbote, looking at the number of players they signed, but they picked themselves up in the second stanza, and you see them finish 6 positions in the standing. And you know, in the first stanza, they were a team fighting for that relegation spot, but now they're comfortable, you know, mid-table, somewhere in the 6th position, and you know, they've had contrasting fortune. For ENYIMBA, you know, they're the team everyone is hoping for to get the result today, but it's going to be an interesting game. For Shooting Stars, hopefully they end the season on a high right here in this home fixture.
There have been some fascinating contests between these teams. Prior to this campaign, Shooting Stars defeated ENYIMBA to win the maiden edition of the NPFL Mbosi pre-season tournament held at the Bolaji Johnson Arena in Lagos. set pace for Shooting Stars. By virtue of the fans' chant, you reckon they would have wished for the advantage for Shooting because they had a moment, but the referee thought otherwise.
I mean, the fans, they're going to be really, really vocal today. I mean, this is just a few minutes into the game, and they're already screaming at that decision from the ref. They're also going to be a crucial part for Shooting Stars. The fans can either put pressure on you as a team, or they can also give you life. So it depends on how Shooting Stars today is going to handle the reaction from the fans. But you could tell they are out here to support this team. And just a few minutes into the game, and they are already, showing their grievances here.
Tomorrow, Ezekiel with the set piece. Easy catch for goalkeeper Jerry Bassey. Jerry Bassey, who's making his 7th start this season for ENYIMBA. Been able to keep successfully 2 clean sheets. Moses Odumoekwe, the substitute for Chukwuemeka Obioma. It still feels very surreal that the top scorer isn't here to save the team. But the quality they do possess, ENYIMBA, means they can alternate. Here's a chance possibly for them.
I mean, talking about Chukwuemeka Obioma, I mean, it's not just about the team now, even as a player. I mean, you've been there for your team all through the season, and just at that final push, I can imagine how disappointing it is for that young man. He wants to be there for his team and, help them get the job done. But, I mean, this is just the final game of the season. Hopefully the injury is not too serious and they qualify for the Super 6. Then he still have, the bigger stage to also make a save for his team. But it's been a fantastic season for that young man, and it's definitely going to be a big miss for ENYIMBA.
Fatai Abdullahi, one of the more intelligent players. He's got so much quality. He's gone into that challenge. The launch from Douglas Achieve, free kick to ENYIMBA. That's a player they want him to stay up on his feet for the duration of this contest. Sikiri Limi also quite experienced. He shouldn't start set up. Alalibo's set piece. From a happy position straight to the servant of the goalkeeper. The first view of the coach, manager of the team, Coach Gbenga Ogubote. They refer to him as the Oracle, Sebastian. Not sure why. Well, I think because he conjures up magic and helps team stay afloat. One of my favorite managers, if I do say so myself. Exciting to speak to post pre-match. It's always positive.
I mean, what he's done, that name, the Oracle, you could say is deserving, because a really, really experienced manager. And I mean, if they end up the season in 6th position, you could say, I mean, maybe not the best of finishes he would want, but I mean, he's the man who's experienced and can do, perform wonders for several teams that he's managed so far in the Nigerian Premier Football League.
And I reckon as the managers are on the bench, the ENYIMBA technical setup, they've got one ear somewhere in Gombe, because that's also a game of huge significance. We'll try to keep you updated with the scorelines from various match centres as we carry on with the broadcast. Just into the first 5, not interpreting both teams. Bilal Yakubu, a strong interception. It's a decent set piece, well, free kick, cut out shots. Just the first update, Rainbow Stars, no surprising, Sebastian, they wasn't even kick-off and they've scored against Kwara United. So once in the setting, by virtue of the current score, Redmond will play in the Super 6.
I mean, playing at home against Kwara United that have almost secured their top flight status for next season, you would expect Rainbow Stars to get a 3-point there in Ekene. And a few minutes into the game and they're already ahead. That tells you, how that team is looking forward to being part of the 6 teams that will compete in the Super 6 come out later this season.
And also in Group B, Sunshine Stars have taken the lead against Takada Football Club. There's also an expected scoreline. Fatai trying to find teammate Eken Nakupa. It's intercepted by Gali Falke. His far off was more of Ekowem Utin, a fullback. He's familiar with this opposition, ENYIMBA International. Had a stint with them. Also had the opportunity of playing for the national team. Timely interception there from Chikamso Kechuku. The Enyimba defenders have got to be solid today.
Emmanuel, just a few minutes into the game, and you could see Shooting Stars, they've kept the ball nicely, trying to move the ball about, and Enyimba just trying to sit back and watch what's unfolding in front of them. But you could see Shooting Stars, they're playing with less pressure, moving the ball around, and if this could lead to a goal, I love teams who play possession football, and that is what Shooting Stars have done so far as they come forward.
The audacity from the captain, Malamo Taufik. Well, if you captain Shooting Stars, I think you can try taking shots from such a distance.
Malamo Taufik, very young, got a stint with the under-23 side in that Olympic qualifiers, where the Nigerian under-23 team just couldn't see qualification. But Malamo Taufik, the coach Benga Ogumbote, spoke highly of this young man a couple of weeks ago, that if he clicks, the whole Shooting Stars team clicks. That's glowing remarks from your manager, and it's good to see how Malamo Taufik has come into the side, settled in nicely, now captain of the side. It's good to see young talents coming through, and that's been the story of that young man, Malamo Taufik, so far this season. 2
goals against Pendle Insurance and Gombe United, but goals coming right here at the Lekan Salami Stadium for the captain. Here he gets the chance to initiate a throw for Shooting Stars. Cut out shot in the Adam. Oh, it's brilliant play. It's Imo Robots. And also exciting defense there from Ikuram Utin. I tell him as assistant coach. Man who's also part of the national setup. Yema, as we like to call him. At a point, head coach of Andreza Football Club. That's a heavy launch from Sekou Alimi. In Adam, previously with Nasarawa United Football Club. He knows today he's got to be almost flawless with the tackles. Himoro Boat does want to keep playing in possession for Enyimba, but just not the Tamara Ezekiel. Slaying free at Delaye. Moses. A rare sight in the penalty box by Enyimba, intercepted and cleared to safety by Utin. Bilal Yakubu. Flag up against Imo Robots.
First offside call of this game, and Enyimba still trying to find their feet in this fixture. They're still trying to find their feet and hopefully get their noses in front in this game. Much of their attack has come from the right hand side, and it might just be crucial heading into this game. But like I said, they're trying to see what they can conjure up in this fixture. Like they've been the team on the back foot so far. They've been Shooting Stars dominating possession. No clear-cut chances so far in this game. Hopefully we get to see more of that as the game progresses.
We're getting to see more goals come from Ikene, the second for Remo Stars. Oh, now it's becoming, somewhat embarrassing for Kwara United. They have nothing to play for, Sebastian. They secured their top flight status without win against Nasarawa United the last match day, which condemned Nasarawa United to the second tier. Unless that quarter of an hour out there in Ikene, they are trailing to Remo Stars, who needed just a point at least, a maximum to guarantee Super 6 finish.
So far, safe to say it's not so good news for Enyimba.
And Akwa United.
And Akwa United as well. So Enyimba just needs to get the job done here, irrespective of whatever the result is in other match day centres. But yeah, all to play for here. 11 minutes played, hopefully.
Zonal marking from Shooting Stars. It's been perfect. Goalkeeper Bamidele Adeni for Shooting Stars. His 6th start this campaign. He's just been able to keep one clean sheet. The last time he started a game for Shooting Stars was the 2-2 draw against Akwa United at the Lekan Salami Stadium here. Malamo Taufik seeking the presence of Sekiru Alimi. Lost out. Chikamso. The passing is excellent from ENYIMBA. The control even better. Utin taking no pressure there. The fullback for Shooting Stars. Tamara Ezekiel. And first look, it did seem pretty brash from the ENYIMBA forward, Amo Roberts. Well, by virtue of the outline today, he's naturally a fullback. Just going into that challenge, that lunge on the Shooting Stars captain, Malamo Taufik.
Mano, that's a reckless tackle, but surprisingly, the referee has kept his card in his pocket. Wrong tackle there from Mobot on that young man, Malamo Taufik. Hopefully, good to see him back on his feet, and hopefully good to carry on in this game. And Shooting Stars, a free kick for them in the center circle. But for ENYIMBA, still finding their feet in this game. But lucky enough not to get sent off in this game.
Decent anticipation from the goalkeeper. About 15 minutes in, what's your assessment of the officiating? The referee Mohammed Zakari from Niger State, supported by Usman Isa and Sufianu Baza, the men taking charge of this contest. But so far his calls have been accurate.
Yeah, Emmanuel, accurate so far, even though they've not been it's not been needed quite a lot in this game. We are just played a quarter of an hour so far. That was his first real call, that foul there, but surprisingly he kept his card in his pocket. But you know, officials have been the center of attraction so far this season. But we hope at the end of 90 minutes we're going to look at this game and say, okay, fair enough officiating. But so far, yes, they had most of the calls right. But it might just be tougher decisions in this game, because I mean, when it gets heated, and that might be the time you need the referee to stick to his guns and all that. But so far, he's handled the game nicely.
Foul kick to Tamara. Taufik. Sekiru Alimi with a chip. And that's quite promising for Shooting Stars. To safety by Ikem Nakupa. And ENYIMBA with a partial breakaway. The first touch looks decent. Trying to help himself with the room. And a man with that attempt just always rising. No trouble for goalkeeper Bamidele Adeni.
That was a chance there for Shooting Stars. Sekiru Alimi, I mean, you talked about him earlier on, experienced attacker. That is experience, his fair share of experience in the Nigerian Premier Football League. I mean, you saw him, got his first goal for Shooting Stars a couple of game weeks ago. The whole team was delighted with him. Hopefully his experience plays a vital part in this game.
Another corner taken swiftly. ENYIMBA. Still the fullback has gone down, but the referee saw no room for possession counts for them. Allow Godwin. Sekiru Alimi. Here's Malamo Taufik. Douglas Achiv. Tamara. Utin. Still Shooting Stars with the pressure. ENYIMBA is trying to hold his own against Malamo Taufik, successful, and by virtue of the current score, Pendle Insurance are currently on 34 points. They've secured progress regardless of whatever happens. Remo Stars second, and the fans lapping up the excitement. Well, ENYIMBA are still third. If it ends this way, they'll pick that solitary Aqua United, 30 points. What a fixture this is, Sebastian.
I mean, the whole team has had a good game so far. I mean, the fans sharing his name. I mean, brilliant takedown and control there before this free kick call from the referee. He's had a fantastic game. I mean, look at that. You know, brilliant takedown, the turn, and, you know, beats his man. Just the cross, just couldn't connect. But, you know, he's had a decent game so far. Otina and Malama Tawfiq have been, you know, the go-to players for Shooting Stars so far in this game. And they have a free kick here. Hopefully they get to make it count.
A free kick for Shooting Stars. In a position that could be devastating for ENYIMBA International Football Club. Just having Fatai, Abdullahi and Imur both trying to form the wall. But it's hard to tell who might take this. You've got so much quality just standing over the ball. There's Utin, there's also Malama Tawfiq in there. He's got a couple of goals this season. Shooting Stars, they've been somewhat dominant at home. 14 goals they've scored this season at the Lekan Salami Stadium. Oh, you could tell that the conversation had so much to do with the outcome, not too convincing.
I mean, that was a training ground routine there. That set piece, but Utin with his left foot just couldn't get the target. But, you know, decent from Shooting Stars in the last 5-10 minutes of this game. You know, they've been the side dominating possession, you know, keeping the ball in play. ENYIMBA still waiting for that, you know, one crucial mistake from Shooting Stars. But I mean, Shooting Stars, you could tell they're the team at home with the dominance and all that. But ENYIMBA still finding their feet, and I mean, irrespective of what goes out elsewhere, they just need to keep their head down and get the job done here.
Factual, they've got the eggs in their basket. They shouldn't be distracted by the current update from the other match centres. Timur Ezekiel. Just too much showboating. The champions in Group B are down by a goal. Rangers International Football Club, one of the headline teams when it comes to history of Nigerian football. More successful than Rivers United. Well, present day, you know, Rivers are the best team in the division.
I mean, talking about Rivers United, I mean, they were involved in, you know, in the continent, and they had to play catch up with their fixtures, but, you know, they got the job done, and they're currently, you know, top of the Group B standings, already qualified for the Super 6. So I mean, Rivers United has been a brilliant couple of years for that team, and yeah, it's good to see them successful so far. As we see, the coach Finidi George has an awards from the official there.
Yeah, he's just saying the referees calls doesn't think they've been perfect there. I'd always mentioned Finidi getting sent off that game against Plateau United and Jos. As wasn't a happy remembrance for ENYIMBA fans. That fixture also saw the sending off of Olorunloke Ojo, who's the reserve goalkeeper for this game. Douglas Achif, the man who has dusted himself up, he'll be able to carry on playing.
I mean, Emmanuel, for ENYIMBA, yes, they're one of the big teams. One of the big teams in the Nigerian Premier Football League. I mean, you could always, if you were asked that question at the beginning of the season, who are your picks for the top 3 positions in this group, you're definitely going to put ENYIMBA in that picture. But if they, result doesn't go their way today and they get to finish this season outside the top 3, no Super 6 slot, would you say it's been a successful season for that team, ENYIMBA?
I think where they put themselves in such delicate position was the matchday 10-11 fixtures against Insurance and National United with consecutive home games for ENYIMBA. Somehow they failed to pick maximum points in any of those fixtures. But by virtue of the reputation, Sebastian, it would be a disappointing campaign. You want to play in the Super 6 even if you don't go on winning. It's ENYIMBA after all. A cross in, next distance. The central defender held his own pretty comfortably. Chikam Sokechukwu And that clearance will come courtesy of Bilal Yakubu. Just what Shooting have been doing all game, Sebastian. Just taking on the fullbacks and trying to launch across into the penalty box.
Both fullbacks for Shooting Stars have been crucial so far in the first 22 minutes of this game. Otin on the left and Galifaki on the right. I mean, they've been pretty much of the outlets for Shooting Stars so far in this game. And you could tell the pressure is telling on this ENYIMBA side. As we saw earlier, Finidi George not too impressed there with how the officiating has gone so far, getting a word from the official. So the pressure is really telling on this ENYIMBA side, and it's a matter of how long they're going to absorb it, if they get to absorb it come the end of this first half at least.
I just also try to match how they started the season. It was an away victory in Jos against Nasarawa United. They like to end the regular season by, with such a record. But this is a very difficult ground to come play football in. Yakubu, Utin, Timara Ezekiel for Shooting. Just trying to play 1-2 with Akban Joshua. Taufik holding off play for Shooting Stars. It's unusual for Galifalke to be poor with his pass. Immoral, but it's beautiful play from ENYIMBA. Oh, but still. Heavy first touch. He's got the complexion of Moses. But it was actually Chijoke Mboma in that instance. He's going to feel a bit disappointed at the ENYIMBA forward.
Yeah, he's going to feel disappointed, definitely. But like the cross, the cut back, I mean, when you get the ball on that left flank, all the expectations were you're going to go, take it a bit higher, but it went low, but it was just that control. Disappointing control. I mean, ENYIMBA needs to take their chances in this game as it comes. You don't want to see them lose so many chances. They just need to take it as it comes, because it might just prove crucial at the end of the day in this fixture.
Free kick foul against the Shooting Stars player on Fatai Abdullahi. Douglas Archie for the guilty party for Shooting Stars. That's a telling crossfield pass. Disappointing first touch. I would have hoped Chanili would have anticipated that. Sadiq Abubakar. Just one goal this season for him. That's a home game against Gombe United. But he's been one of the super regular. And the fans at the Lekan Salami stadiums, no tension for them. They know their team will not be playing in the second tier. They know their team cannot make the Super 6. They just want to see their team play spoilers.
I mean, I don't know how that makes them feel, being a part of spoiler. But I mean, that's football. The beauty of football. You want to, see this happen. You want to see the drama, the excitement. And one thing about the Shooting Stars side, I mean, they've had 13 different goal scorers so far this season. You want to see your goals being spread across the team, not just depending on a particular player. And I think we've name checked some couple of players for them that has done so far. But the likes of Mokola Taufik and all that. But this team, the goals can come from anywhere, and that is something you shouldn't rule out come at the end of this game.
Yeah, I think it's just the goalkeeper who's yet to score for Shooting Stars. And that's a man who'll be just saying to himself, can I roll back the years? Finidi George, born in Pawtucket, top player, played for teams on the home front. Sharks made that surgeon to Ajax, a legend when it comes to Dutch football. Finidi, that's a timely interception there from Sumari Alalibo. And a better clearance, just to take it past any position that could cause harm. ENYIMBA coming through, equal in terms of numbers. Here's Mboma for ENYIMBA. There's an approval for a penalty, but the referee calls it off. Foul K. Sikiri Alimi, he's been a bit quiet in this game. And that's the man who's been everywhere, Malamo Taufik, captain for Shooting Stars. He looks offside, but the flag stays down. A good call back. Douglas Achieve. That was an enticing position. He made look nonsense.
That was a chance there, Emmanuel. I mean, end-to-end stuff now. You know, earlier on we saw, this young man again, Malama Taufik, brilliant cutback. But I mean, the technique maybe from Douglas was just strong. But earlier on we saw that chance from for ENYIMBA. A bit surprising how Shooting Stars let themselves down there at the back. I mean, you are the team who these two, but they were caught up in there on the counter attack. ENYIMBA almost got a goal there. There were calls for a handball, but the referee waved play on. But I mean, that chance there from Shooting Stars, wrong technique from Douglas, could have been a goal there. But I mean, goal kick for ENYIMBA. Still with the first goal in this game.
Achieve. It's a successful nutmeg from him. Just playing through his teammate Alao Godwin. There's also been Perry Farrell in this fixture. Shooting Stars Sports Club, one of the most decorated sites in Nigeria. Oh, Sebastian. Just by virtue of the current score, Shooting Stars leading 2-0. They will, as it stands, finished third, which means problems for Doma United, who must beat Abia Warriors to play in the Super 6. These are the live updates. Malemo.
Still plenty more to play for.
Yeah, loads to play for.
So, Doma United, maybe you keep your head up and get the most real result. But I mean, it's going to be difficult away from home to Abia Warriors. But like I said, still very much to play for.
Timely interception for a Shooting Stars throw. Alimi's cross. The intention was to find the man Lekan in the penalty box. It's well cleared out. Douglas Achieve. Alimi. Ikenna Cooper. Fatai. The passing is excellent from ENYIMBA. Bilal Yakubu. Bilal to whip it across. The position of Malamo Taufik in this game, when you're defending, has been excellent, and when you're attacking, has been instrumental.
I mean, Emmanuel, you said earlier on, Malamo Taufik is everywhere. And he was just there, defending across. But Shooting Stars are probably maybe allowing ENYIMBA to get their groove in this game gradually. The referee has issued his first booking in this game. And, it goes to the ENYIMBA player. It was a clear handball there. But Shooting Stars, they need to watch it. ENYIMBA gradually are stepping up in this game. We've seen them come forward a couple of times in this fixture. You expect ENYIMBA to be the most vulnerable side in counter-attacks in the game because they. That was close.
The goalkeeper somehow just mistimed his run.
Got a hand to it.
Taufik. Akban Joshua. Malamo Taufik. Well, even for the best players, there are moments like this.
Malamo Taufik. He's been on the right side, the left-hand side. He's been on set-piece duty. But that cross there is going to be really, really disappointed with that cross. It was from his weaker foot, but he could say to himself that he could do better there. But he's been, the standout player for Shooting Stars so far in this fixture, and hopefully he comes up clutch later on in this game.
Impressive turnout. A stadium that's got 10,000 capacity. A game of no significance for the home side, so they have turned up in their numbers. Jerry. Sumare Lalibo. Emo Robots. That was beyond a challenge. The English player seems to have come off worse that collision. Desmond. Machetefian. Well, he's caught in too much there to go back to the goalkeeper and allow him feel the pace of Sikiru Alimi, or just play safest, which the latter the decision he took.
Alimi was putting the pressure. I mean, he just have to play safe first. I mean, earlier on we saw brilliant defending there from Desmond, strong in the tackle.
Just a goal this season for Sikiru Alimi, that game against Bendel Insurance.
Much to the delight of the whole team. I mean,
yeah,
you know, you could see from the celebrations, he's been waiting for that goal, and it's good to see that goal, you know, prove even they didn't get the 3 points in that fixture, but I mean, it just takes away this burden off you when you get your first goal for your side.
Particularly with a sort of hope and anticipation it came into the teammates. That was excellent play from Douglas Achieve. The turn is even better from Alao Godwin. Tawfik. The flag stays down. Gali Falke. Should be easy for the goalkeeper, doesn't deal with it. And eventually it's played out, not to safety, but a corner to Shooting Stars. And for a millisecond there, that's pressure cooker moment for ENYIMBA.
Man, poor goalkeeping. I mean, what was it doing? This is the second time in this game. That could have proved costly for ENYIMBA. You come out of your goal, you need to time the ball really well. But you know, poor goalkeeping from Jerry Bassa, the man in goal for ENYIMBA. But he's lucky enough that didn't prove costly. But a corner kick here for Shooting Stars.
He's got a complexion of Falke to take. That's Amara, more like Lekan Cooper, tallest to respond.
Free kick.
It's a free kick to Shooting Stars.
It was a nudge, but was it enough for the referee to keep that as a free kick? I'm not so sure, but the referee's made his call. Free kick for Shooting Stars.
Well, in Faraway by also the home side lead by 2 goals. That's current score would keep them in the top flight for another season. That's not good news for Wicked Taurus. But a chance for Shooting Stars to possibly get the opener, what has been a highly entertaining fixture. Tamara for the opt-in time. Sumari Lalibo with a timely interception. Here's Chijakim Bauma. That's a tailing pass. The run is perfect. Heavy behind that. And the exhaustion play from Immoral Boats.
I mean, Emmanuel is quite surprising. Seeing ENYIMBA on the counter-attack against Shooting Stars. You know, Shooting Stars doing all they can to get in the front foot, coming all out. But the reverse should be the case. But I mean, this is not the first time in this game where ENYIMBA has been on the counter-attack. But I mean, the final ball, the final pass, just letting them down. You know, as you can see from that cross there. But I mean, still shy of clear-cut chances so far this game. But Shooting Stars, they've been, you know, overall the better side in this fixture as they try to come forward again.
Douglas Achieve. Control is good from Gali Falke.
easy this time for the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Jerry Bowser. It's a side who are blessed with humongous talents. They have got Super Eagles goalkeeper John Noble and Olorunleke Ojo also present. Oh, the flag just helping out that pressure from the ENYIMBA forward, Sadiq Abubakar. He gets a throw for all of his efforts. There's some reports coming through from Gombe with the Akwa Ibomites celebrating early on. They've gotten a goal against Gombe United, which takes them second. That's the case is. At the moment third, but it's comfortable enough for them to advance, and ENYIMBA with the current point of 32 will drop, which means they're trailing at the moment with just a point. Well, I'm certain words would have gotten to Finidi on the bench.
I mean, that's the drama you expect in the final match day of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Still a lot can happen, but Akwa United have got their noses in front here, and like you said, words might have got to Finidi George and everybody there in the technical crew. I mean, ENYIMBA, there's still a lot to play for, still much time in this game. You want to focus, and I'm sure Akwa United as well might have gotten a word so far, the result here, but still everything to play for. To be quite disappointing if ENYIMBA just couldn't get the result.
Free kick to Shooting Stars. Say Longin Ojetefe and Desmond. Say aerial view of this amazing stadium, filled with history of years past. It's often told the nickname Shooting Stars was a suggestion from two of the founding members of this historic club, the late Jide Johnson and Ni Omowo, the Arrow Don Liberty. I believe the players back then were stars in their own right. Imo Boats just trying to hold off possession. There's something about Gali Falke and his defending. Sikiru Alimi. Chikamso Kachuku just helping out with the clearance. Just 5 minutes more, plus additional.
Manuel poor play there from Sikiru Alimi. I mean, after a brilliant job from Gali Falke in that right hand side. I mean, you know, we talked about the fullbacks in this game, Utin and Falke. They've been tremendous so far in this first half so far in this game. You know, for Gali Falke, he's a player who can play, you know, every position in that right hand side. You know, right back, right midfield, the right hand side of the attack. And I mean, he's been decent so far in this game. Played that ball through for Alimi Sikiru, but it was a disappointing cutback at the end.
A throw into Shooting Stars. Well, it's been a healthy partnership. Chikamso Kachuku and Sumaria Lalibo, the heart of defence for ENYIMBA. They've held their own despite the maximum pressure mounted by Shooting Stars. Tamara Ezekiel. Ojetefe and Desmond. Adeleye. Ayikaya Delaya, that's the man who has held his own also. He's played a handful of matches for Shooting Stars this season. Most of the appearances coming right here at the Lekan Salami Stadium. Halama Taufik. Tamara Ezekiel. Douglas Achiv. Seeking the pace of Gali Falke. Ini Adam. Not the tallest. It's a beautiful play. Halimi. Taufik. And his first touch just placed him in a negative position. Falke. Ini Adam with the victory laugh after that challenge. The first of their many battles. Safe hands of goalkeeper Bamidele Adeniyi. Well, I'm not certain the fans are aware there's nothing to play for but pride.
I mean, it's quite surprising. They're urging the goalkeeper to release the ball quickly. Quite surprising there from the fans. But, I mean, you know, you can tell you how they just want to end this home fixture on a high to wrap up the regular season. But, I mean, much have been said about Sikiri Alimi in this fixture. But brilliant give and go there. But Malama Taufik just couldn't... you know, gave him the ball on time. But I mean, that combination play in that right hand side between Malama Taufik, Sikiri Alimi, and Falke would be crucial in the attacking front for Shooting Stars. But I mean, the fans want the team.
Sadiq Abubakar. That's a slog of a pass from the ENYIMBA forward. If this was an audition, Utin would have
play on, says the referee.
Fatah Abdullahi. Bilal Yakubu. There's so much quality on the bench for both teams. It's a possibility of calling on players like Akenne Wazim. There's also Chibike Nwiwu, not even out Pascalese. Added a couple for Shooting Stars. They've got Promise Damala, if need be. Tisa Samuel also, and Okachi Anthony scored one of the goals in that pre-season victory for Shooting Stars. It was a high-scoring pre-season tournament at the Mobolaiti Johnson Arena. Anthony Okachi, Taufik Malamun, Kelly Kester got the goals, but it's been a forced change for Shooting Stars. Alex Ahawa, the man who's coming for Ayikaya Deleye.
Mean Emmanuel, you talked about Kelly Kester and Okachi Anthony.
Yeah, I know the hesitation was for that action point.
Yeah, but the goalkeeper, read that one brilliantly. He came off his line to clear that one. But I mean, Okachi Anthony and Kelly Kester, two players I'm looking forward to if they get a chance in this game to come off the bench. I mean, you talk about Okachi Anthony, scored a crucial goal in that preseason tournament. Didn't just score that goal, was named the MVP of the tournament as well. So he knows one or two about this ENYIMBA side, and hopefully those two players they get to come on for Shooting Stars much later on in this game. But like you talk about, we've seen an enforced change in this first half.
What's coming looks like he picked up a knock, Ayikaya Deleye, and but if thrown in the man who also has quality and so much appearances this season, Alex Ahawa. That's the end of the first half. High octane football, opportunities are falling to both teams, but no one taking the Abu by the hand. There's still plenty to play for ENYIMBA. Pride still in the fold for Shooting Stars at the moment. There's nothing to separate both sides. Anticipation for what is to come in the second half-time from the Lekan Salami Stadium. It's ENYIMBA, Shooting Stars nil, ENYIMBA International nil.
TNFF. United People, Stronger Economy.
The fund has my full support.
TNFF is the best vehicle, in fact the only one I see that will provide this platform, and I fully support it.
It's coming at the very right time, and I said it's very well designed, very well orchestrated to succeed.
I'm in full support of the TNFF, and I encourage and urge every Nigerian to be an investor in the TNFF.
I do support this fund very, very much. It's a fantastic and creative fund, innovative.
Wholeheartedly, I want to say the Nigerian Football Fund have my absolute support.
TNFF. United People, Stronger Economy. Join us. Let's unlock greatness.
Inadequate finance, lousy infrastructure, and poor and late event administration, among other issues, plague football and other sports in Nigeria. No more. Introducing the Nigeria Football Fund, a novel project package by GTI that aims to unlock the commercial values in Nigeria's sports ecosystem to raise an initial value of 5 billion for our sports ecosystem. Unlike other vanilla funds, which do not facilitate the growth of sports, a crucial sector in Nigeria, our project is packaged to reclassify donations by corporate bodies with measurable returns for our investment. That's right, our open-ended fund will permit room for both sophisticated and qualified investors both in Nigeria and globally. These funds aim to enable government-use football to manage social vices, football clubs to enhance a national saving culture, football players to deepen the creative economy, football fans to enjoy the tourism sector with positive effects, unit holders to become an integral part of infrastructure development. Let's build a strong Nigerian sports ecosystem on the wing of football to push our economy forward. Start investing today at www.tnff.gti.com.ng. United People.
TNFF. United People, Stronger Economy.
The fund has my full support.
TNFF is the best vehicle, in fact the only one I see that will provide this platform, and I fully support it.
It's coming at the very right time, and I said it's very well designed, very well executed to succeed.
I'm in full support of the TNFF, and I encourage and urge every Nigerian to be an investor in the TNFF.
I do support this fund very, very much. It's a fantastic and creative fund, innovative.
Wholeheartedly, I want to say the Nigerian Football Fund have my absolute support.
TNFF. United People, Stronger Economy. Join us. Let's unlock greatness. TNFF. United People, Stronger Economy.
The fund has my full support.
TNFF is the best vehicle, in fact the only one I see that will provide this platform, and I fully support it.
It's coming at the very right time, and I said it's very well designed, very well executed to succeed.
I'm in full support of the TNFF, and I encourage and urge every Nigerian to be an investor in the TNFF.
I do support this fund very, very much. It's a fantastic and creative fund, innovative.
Wholeheartedly, I want to say the Nigerian Football Fund have my absolute support.
TNFF. United People, Stronger Economy. Join us. Let's unlock greatness. TNFF. United People, Stronger Economy.
The fund has my full support.
TNFF.
Stars nil, ENYIMBA International nil. Emmanuel Sebastian with me on commentaries for this one. Emmanuel, expectations for the second 45?
Goals, Emmanuel, goals, especially with the results across our various match centers so far, half time. Quick start here in the second half, Shooting Stars trying to come forward and see what they can conjure up at the early stages of this second 45 minutes. But I expect goals, I expect ENYIMBA to show more intent in this second half. I mean, they are the team who need the result more, and they need to show that on the pitch. They need to show that they need the result more than Shooting Stars, as we expect goals so far in the second half.
People's Elephants with Sadiq Abubakar. You sensed that he was hunting for that challenge, and the referee not far off the action point.
Good call from the referee. I mean, that would have been so quick in the second half. For a referee to make that penalty call, but I mean, great decision from the referee. And like rightly said, was waiting for that challenge. The defender is safe. It's not going to be costing his team from that decision there.
So Mario Alalibo, just a current standing. Insurance secured. Remo Stars and ENYIMBA International, first, second and third at the moment. Acquire United level on points. Just deficient in terms of the goals differential. There's no hope for Plateau United, obviously.
Yeah, no hope for Plateau United. I mean, the laying on the coffee for them was when they lost that game. They lost that game to Remo Stars, shocking defeat. Sad one for me for Fidelis Electrical on his side. I placed high hopes on them, making it to the Super 6 with the experience of Fidelis, but they just couldn't scale through. But I mean, at the end of the day, if it is these three teams that made it past this group in terms of the top three position, I mean, fair enough, and hopefully they get to show their mettle in the Super 6.
Well, of the current top three, only Remo Stars are yet to be league champions. That's the most successful side, clad in white. 8 league titles, the first coming in 2001 and the most recent in 2019. Lekan Salami with the interception. Imoro Bots. That's the second time in this fixture we've seen a no destination pass from Imoro Bots. There'll be some tactical tweaks. Sunday Anthony and Samuel Ayoride for Okachi Anthony, beg your pardon, and Samuel Ayoride for Shooting Stars. Douglas Achi, one of the players that will be taken off, and also Chibike Uiwu. That's one of the more regular players for ENYIMBA this season in the Premier Football League. Got a goal in just against Plateau United. So have the managers making tactical changes now, Emmanuel Sebastian. What's your expectation?
I mean, from the caliber of players that's common for Shooting Stars. I mean, attack-minded players. Samuel Ayorinde. I mean, he made a glorious debut for Shooting Stars when he scored his first half brace. Actually, helped Shooting Stars to a win over Nasarawa United. So I mean, that was a glorious debut for Samuel Ayorinde. I mean, for Okachi Anthony. We've talked about Okachi Anthony in this fixture. Familiar with his ENYIMBA side, scored the winning goal in that pre-season tournament. And you know, he's also had his fair share of goals so far this season. He's had his own injury worries as well. But I mean, 2 attackers coming on for Shooting Stars, and you could tell that they want to, you know, take this game by the scruff of the neck, and they want to get their noses in front in this fixture. But for ENYIMBA, you know, pretty much, you know, try to get the midfield locked up. But at the end of the day, still trying to wait for the chance to get, you know, to pounce on a mistake from Shooting Stars in this game. But good to see both managers, you know, look to their bench for options in this game moving forward.
A heavy launch on Bilal Yakubu earlier on, but the referee wouldn't mind. He's going to pick himself up to take the throw for ENYIMBA. It's just uncharacteristic of them to give away possession. Utin. Samuel Ayoride, one of the newly introduced. Lekan Salami. First touch. Doesn't look too porous. There'll be that charge between the goalkeeper and the ENYIMBA forward, Moses. Free kick to ENYIMBA. Ini Adam. He's had quite some running to do in this fixture, the fullback.
Yeah, quite some running, and I mean, he needs to marshal that fullback position. We've talked much about the fullbacks of Shooting Stars, but I mean, the fullbacks for ENYIMBA, they've had their work cut out for them so far in this game, and yes, you know, they have to keep that up from now to the end of 90 minutes in this fixture. But Shooting Stars, we see Okachi Anthony there, just mistimed or misunderstood his run there. That combination play with you know, Ayorinde Samuel, but I mean, we still wait for the first clear-cut chance in this second half, and with what is going down elsewhere, it might not just be far from the first goal in this game.
Chibike Uiwu. So tricky pass to find Bilal Yakubu. A rare sight in the penalty box for ENYIMBA. So they continue to play the ball inside the 6. And Lekan Salami's attempt. Oh, you can sense he was always rising.
First try in the second 45 minutes. First real attempt.
Fatah Abdullahi has gone down quite a number of times in this game, the ENYIMBA defensive midfielder. Looks like the boot of the Shooting Stars player left a stamp of identity sort of just before he walked away.
That can be quite painful. You're down on the turf, but you got stamped by the opposition boots. I mean, Emmanuel Utin has been one of the great outlets here for Shooting Stars in this game. Being so confident on the ball, you know, so calm. Safe to say he hasn't had much to do defensively in this game, but I mean, on the ball, moving forward, it's been quite decent so far in this game for Shooting Stars.
Sadiq Abubakar to take the throw. Anthony. I'll catch in Samuel Ride's introduction. Hasn't yielded fruit. Malamo Taufik. That's too much behind that pass. He would need more than a forerunner to get to it. At least showed the desire to carry on pursuing Samuel Ride.
For Shooting Stars, I think that change. Sikira Alimi is still on the pitch, and he's going to be playing alongside Okachi Anthony in that attack. But you know, Samuel Rinde has come on, and he's been pretty much stationed on the flank, on the left-hand side of the attack for Shooting Stars. That was his first real involvement since coming on in this game. Still enough to play for. He might just be that player who goes on to decide this game for Shooting Stars as they try to come forward again.
On the right inside. Let's drift into, say, power behind it. That's a decent pass from Ikena Cooper. Gifted a corner kick off that challenge. Short in this game. And two strong shout of potential penalties. Can you hear them? The Enyimba players still down in the penalty box. And now you'd have the players protesting the no call from the referee.
Emmanuel, I'm not sure it's a penalty, but that was just outside the box. So I expected the referee to, give that as a free kick. So lucky there, Okachi Anthony, all the way from the forward lines. I mean, I expected the referee to give that as a free kick because it wasn't inside the box. The foul happened outside, just outside the box. But I mean, quite surprising. But
he knows best.
Yeah, he knows best. But Iman is down, not trying to receive treatment. But scary moments there for Shooting Stars.
Oh, not too scary for the champions, Rivers United. They've found a way back in that game against Rangers International. They report say it's a splendid free kick from Chinedu Beduru.
Not the first time he's done that this
not the
season.
first time. It's become his trademark. Just like the successful tackles from Fatah Abdullahi of ENYIMBA International. Was instrumental under Coach Imama Mapakabo. Akachi. Well, apologies, I was decimated your surname. Such a amiable fella, led Rangers to a successful title in 2016. I remember having an interview with him at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, and he says, well, Etim, don't worry, everyone struggles with my surname.
And just calling me Mama for sure.
Yeah, currently unattached. But you never know what might put the plans underneath. Stray pass from Shooting. And the Elephants so far haven't taken advantage. In the air them. Well, had a sighted goal from over 50 yards. Nothing is impossible, they say, but that was outrageous.
Really outrageous, Mano. Poor decision there. Trying to go for a goal from that sort of range, from that sort of position. But I mean, there's no harm in trying.
Have they missed the presence of Chukwuemeka Obioma? ENYIMBA, that is.
Yeah, I think they've missed the presence of Obioma in the attack. Yeah, even though I said it at the beginning of this game that the players who came in instead are capable to get the job done, but I mean they haven't lived up to that so far. So it's safe to say they've missed that sharpness, that ruthlessness in front of goal from Chukwuemeka Obioma. And yes, hopefully it doesn't get to count at the end of full time. But they've not. You couldn't say outrightly that they've missed him because they haven't had so many clear-cut chances in this game that the attackers who are in his position have missed. So you can't say that. But I mean, you're always going to miss a quality like Chukwuemeka Obioma on your side.
A rare sight. 2 balls on the pitch. Ezekiel Temara. Successful distribution for him. Good first touch. And an almost distant strike from Samuel Ayoride, straight to the goalkeeper Basajari. And that's something he can do. He scored 4 goals this campaign, and those 4 goals came right here at the Lekan Salami Stadium.
Easy catch, but a nice try from the substitute there, Samuel Ayorinde.
Utin, his first straight pass of the game. opens up his area of concentration. Sadiq clipped on his Achilles but stays on playing. Iwewu finds Bilal Yakubu. It's a cluster. Tries to go with the spectacular back heel. Unsuccessful for ENYIMBA, but they still have a clutch on possession, but the referee told otherwise, and the forward Sadiq Abubakar is down on the turf. Looks like it might just have hurt his ankle. And how the referee ignores some of the calls, it's a bit underwhelming, and the players for some seasons, just like the managers, expressing his frustration because the calls need to come early, even though there are consequences of players getting injured.
Emmanuel, not just Finidi George, who's getting agitated, that touchline, even the assistants, you know, they've not been too happy with the decision so far in this game. But I mean, ENYIMBA, they need to get that final pass right. They need to get it right. You know, they've done so well in the build-up, but just that final pass. They need to sort that moving forward in this game, because it's going to be so crucial.
Yeah, there's something about the Benin Arsenal, as they call them, Benel Insurance. By virtue of their win early today, have they called Aqua United unbeaten streak of 18 games without defeating. You know, the conversation now, a bit premature, but can they go an entire season, including the Super Six, not tasting defeats, Emmanuel Sebastian?
That would be a big ask, but
I think they cannot. You know, there's no need to sugarcoat the words.
Yeah, I think I slightly agree with you, because I mean, the Super Six is different.
Then they get to test the opposition in Group B.
Yes, different entirely. But I mean, it's been a decent season for Benin Insurance.
It's been an excellent campaign for them.
Even though the form in the last couple of games haven't been...
second stanza?
Yeah, the second stanza haven't been top-notch compared to the first stanza of the season. So, I mean, that might just be, I don't know, for me, it might be a slight worry, you know, heading into the Super Six. But I mean, it's Benin Insurance. They've shown so far this season that they can hold on to their own, but I don't think they're going to end the season unbeaten.
Chikamso Kichuku alongside Sumaria Lalibo in ENYIMBA's heart of defense. Here's the former. To goalkeeper Basajeri. Ikewum Utin just going in hard on Chijoke Mboma. That's the first time we get a mention of his presence since the start of the second.
Expect him to go off at some point in the second half.
3 goals he has this season. A brace against Kwara United away from home, and that's a significant score in Ikene against Remo Stars. So if there's anything to take away from that statistics, he enjoys playing against Southwestern teams.
Yeah.
Mboma, Fatai. First pass is Maka, Chijoke Mboma. Fatai. First touch is good. That fails to keep it in the regulated part of the pitch. And now,
Fatai disappointed there. I mean, you could see what he was trying to do. The defender is already on the floor, so he's trying to move it forward and get the perfect angle for the cross, but just couldn't hold on to the ball. But great play there from Fatai.
Just going past the Al Mac. Alamo Taufik. It's busting run. Still Taufik. Well, you'd say he had the license to hit that goal after such a...
I mean, it's a player who makes things happen. Reeling in so much confidence, especially when you receive such glowing remarks from your manager, not just from any manager, from the Oracle, Benga Gumbote. Malamo Taufik will be looking to conjure up one today.
Free kick to Shooting Stars. Referee judged the foul on Akban Joshua.
here for Shooting Stars.
To be taken by, you know who? Malamo Taufik or Ikuwum Utin. Taufik takes it. It's defensive header from Chikamso. Okechukwu, captain Jerry Bassa, and goalkeeper, I should say. Bit of concern there. Ikenna Cooper, just like I would hold off this action. He's going to offer challenge. Chikamso just speaking to the referee, saying, "Why are you insisting my player's got to get up? There's a Shooting Stars player down also on the turf. Why don't you focus your attention on him?" Well, the fans no longer chanting. The side where they are with your trumpets and drums, the adjacent position.
The referee there, you know.
At a point, it looked like he was going to call a dead ball.
Well, Emmanuel, I tell you, ENYIMBA, I mean, you know, 68% of their goals have come in the first half of games so far this season. I mean, you can make of that what you will in the second 45 minutes. Just few of their goals have been scored in the second half of every game they've played so far this season. So maybe this might be one of those few games where they get to get on the score sheet in the second 45 minutes.
Well, interestingly, they've kept just one clean sheet on the road, ENYIMBA, and it came in that 0-1 win against El Kanemi Warriors, match day 16. Quite colourful for the football fans here at the Lekan Salami Stadium. Some of these fans have seen football from the 80s, and they not only dominated the continent by virtue of some appearances in the CAF Champions League and the CAF Cup Winners' Cup. I've also seen shooting do distance, but it's been a long way. League champions 1998. That's the last time shooting were called champions of the Premier Football League. That's a long time.
The fans are still expectant, waiting for the first goal in this game, which will be quite disappointing.
Alex Ahawa, Ikuwum Utin. He's entertaining himself and the fans love it. Bamidele, Adeni, the goalkeeper. Saban is hoping to get a second clean sheet of the campaign. If it stays this way, that will be actualised. And but just the outlook of the ENYIMBA players, even as they tweak potential change for them. Ekenea Wazie, the man who's about to be introduced for ENYIMBA International Football Club. Any prize for who will be taken off, Sebastian? But just before you say, here's Fatai. Himuro Boats. It was always clear what he intended to do. It's just about the cola. So that tactical change, it'll be both teams making wholesome changes. Promise the Mala about to be introduced for Shooting Stars. Looks like the end of performance from Akpan Joshua. Well, it was more Sikirulimi who has been taken off the action points. And Hamer Roberts wanted to walk the entire length of the pitch, but the referee's having none of that. And you just see the man who's about to be brought in, Ekenea was here, the maestro at Football Club ENYIMBA, joined the People's Elephant in 2021, a direct replacement for Anayo Wala. Well, a stellar of a campaign. He's a penalty specialist, and there's no way this game will go into extra time or possible penalties, but it could be one in the 90. Fresh on the ball. Promised the Mala for Shooting Stars. Well, it's intercepted by Fatai Abdullahi and snuck away. Sadiq Mboma, good first touch. Still Mboma goes down, and the referee feels what the call. Well, the flag is up for offside against Shooting Stars.
Mboma still down on the top. Looking quite shocked and surprised that couldn't get that call from the referee. He's trying to make his point clear to the referee that, yeah, there was contact, was being stamped on. But I mean, the referee's made the final decision in that one. Mboma not too happy with the referee there. He needs to stay on the fit more, as seen another foul committed by Shooting Stars, and this time, yes, ENYIMBA, they've gotten the correct call from the referee, and it's a free kick on the left-hand side for ENYIMBA.
Well, it's been a while. They got a call in the advantage. Referee gesturing to the fullback in here then. They've got to play to the whistle, he says. Elijah Brian Majani, the other player who was introduced. Tamara. Routine, but it's returned by Samaria Lalibo. Awazie. It's quite an exciting player. Was part of the Remo Stars team that faced a certain insurance on his birthday. Taufik. Utin. Closed out by Cooper. Abubakar. Taufik still for Shooting Stars. Gali Falke tries to play through Promise Damala. Well, it's a successful dribble. Chibike Wewu. It looks onside. So the flag eventually went up against the front man, Chijoke Mboma, who wanted a pass early on. It just didn't come from Chibike Wewu.
I mean, Mboma was anticipating that ball. Timed his run perfectly until it was delayed. And Chibike Wewu just couldn't release that ball on time. That would have been a great opportunity for ENYIMBA to get their noses in front in this game.
Another successful duel from Ikowam Utin. Akachi Anthony. Now a free kick to ENYIMBA in that instance. An aerial collision.
Duel in this fixture, you know, it's always going to be this physical. But we've yet to see goals in this game, as we see a man being stretched out of. Utin being, getting applauded from by the fans.
It's been the most entertaining via the fans, if you go by their exclamations and chants and applause, occasional applause. You know they've been excited about what they've seen him do. Play will be back underway in a bit while the ENYIMBA player just get himself patched up on the tartan tracks. Bilal Yakubu, the man who's out, and numerically they are at a disadvantage. Nwewu. Just a lack of white shirt up front. Fatai. It's calmer now from ENYIMBA, Ini Adam. Ekene Awazie. Here's Fatai Abdullahi. Chikamso Okechukwu. Nwewu. Sadiq Abubakar. Nwewu. Cooper. That's the best spell of possession for ENYIMBA, uninterrupted. Ini Adam. Awazie. Impressive. Cooper. Sadiq Abubakar, who's playing the makeshift full-back position until Bilal Yakubu is forcefully replaced. That's going to be the situation at the moment. They still are a man short, ENYIMBA. Wana Suko alongside Adele Irugo, the players introduced for ENYIMBA. A forced change for one, a tactical change for the other. Nwewu. Ekena Cooper. It's the new man. Bauma. Oh, intelligent play from Fatai Abdullahi. Has to change the direction. Cross to the back post. The intention was to find Ekene. It's gone out for a corner kick to ENYIMBA. That's the man on the screen, to Utin. Tormenta. From a full-back position. And it gives you the figure of one who's just a gentleman, but when he's on the foot, but what the football is quite the terror. Wana Suko pleading to take the corner for ENYIMBA into the final 10 minutes. Crucial 10 minutes for the People's Elephant. They've been disappointing with the set pieces, ENYIMBA. Malamore chased down by Ekena Cooper. Plays it through to Promise Damala. Tamara Ezekiel for Shooting Stars. It's Gali Falke. It's a decent crossing and the header connects. Just snapped off the position that could have been costly for ENYIMBA. The presence of the big man Okachi Anthony.
Nothing much for the goalkeeper to do there, but I mean, a chance for Shooting Stars there to get their noses in front in this game. I mean, we're heading into a crucial point in this game. You could see what the People's Elephants of Enyimba are trying to do, trying to walk, wind down the time. The fans are not happy. The Shooting Stars fans are not happy. And as you see, a cheeky smile there from the goalkeeper.
Pastor Jerry, just, I mean, he's saying it's not a swimming pool. Get up and play football. There you go, the face of another goalkeeper, Bamidele Adeni. Shooting Stars yet to lose a home game in the Premier Football League since 2017. They've won 4 and drew 4 of their previous 8 home games this season. But again, they've won just one of their past 5 Premier Football League matchup. Looks pretty decent. The goalkeeper timely off his line and supported with his foot. Fatah Abdullahi first to it. And a trailing arm, but the referee would still show him a yellow card despite that trailing arm from the Shooting Stars player. And I'm sure he wants to milk every second on the turf.
I mean, Manuel, you could tell the People's Elephants of Enyimba are playing for a draw so far in this game. The last couple of minutes we've seen trying to wind down the time, taking their time. You could tell that maybe they've settled for a draw in this game.
Richard. Well, if the opposition cannot score, they almost masterminded to connecting header. And so far there's been no goal in the second half, all the games in Group A. This fixture inclusive.
Another corner.
2 in succession. But there's something about Enyimba players, they're quite towering. And the goalkeeper wants a man clutched on the legendary Ibrahim Ajeni. Gali Falke has to go past the first man wall. Tamara Ezekiel's cross. Exquisite control from Ikoum Utain. Chibike Nwiwu helping out the front line. We're seeking for a defense splitting pass.
Aimano, less than 5 minutes to the end of full time. Enyimba almost there. But the pressure from Shooting Stars keeps on coming.
Akachi Anthony. Sweet 1-2, still Akachi. And a bicycle clearance. And calm play from Chibike Nwiwu. And a clearance to safety required. Just what they wanted, a free kick. And more minutes to burn. It's the big man, Chijoke Mbaoma. Lost count of the number of times he's gone down off a hefty challenge.
I'm surprised he's still on. I was expecting him to, subbed off at some point in this game for maybe Chijoke Akuneto. But they're biding their time, Enyimba, especially if results elsewhere stays like this. They're safe and through to the Super 6. But less than 2 minutes to the end of 90, a lot can still happen.
Yeah, plus stoppage time. Some brilliant defending there by the fullback Gali Falke. But I think it's something Shooting Stars will be proud of. Their right fullback and left fullback have been, for the lack of exaggerated terms, excellent to watch. It somehow just forced ENYIMBA to try to attack from the central position than going through the flanks. Hawazie, Wiwu with the interception. Rolls it across the chase from Mboma. He continues the push. And it's a solid defending there from Alex Ihawa. Oh, shares surname with the legendary Julius Defosa. Right into stoppage time, 3 additional minutes. 3 minutes that signals the 3 teams that will advance to the Super 6. 3 minutes for ENYIMBA to be part of that trip to Lagos, the centre of excellence. And 3 minutes still for Shooting to keep their pride of not losing at home this season.
I mean, that's a huge feat coming into the end of the regular season. But the Shooting Stars, they are the team playing with a bit of urgency here. But ENYIMBA, they are almost there, almost there.
Well, reports filtering in Group B has it that Sunshine Stars have scored a third, which means they're all but secured. They would be joining Lobby Stars and Rivers United if it stays this way. The second sticking away, Fatai Abdullahi. And a necessary strike on the ball.
Well, Emmanuel, just over 1 minute of the 3 added on. And I think you could see what ENYIMBA are trying to do. They have the ball
perpetually positioned.
Yeah, positioned at the at the edge, the right-hand side of the attack. Trying to wind down the clock, wind down the time.
Winding down the time. I think it rhymes. Scoring with a long throw. Lekan Cooper. Hawazie with a not too convincing deft touch. That's a free kick to ENYIMBA. I'm not sure they want to take the set piece. They'll rather the final whistle than seeking to get a goal off this set pitch position. And Akwa United still lead in Gombe. But it's not often in football, Sebastian, where if that scoreline metamorphoses into a result, that a victory would be almost irrelevant. That's the current situation with Akwa United, the promise keepers. And nothing as glorious as a draw helping for progress. If he ends this way, we will be familiar with the top 3 teams. For now, though, there's still plenty of football to be played. At least 60 seconds. ENYIMBA's free kick that could bet a counter-attack if it's unsuccessful.
I'll be surprised if they go long here.
Fatai with the free kick and just goes across the face of goal. The players panting. They know the 3 minutes added is done. And the referee has it. That's the final whistle. The hard part is over now for ENYIMBA. Playoff sports secured on a neutral surface. A terrain that over the years have brought nothing but pain, today delivers a vital route to the continent for the 8-time champions. They didn't need to score a goal today to pick the 3rd spot. It's incredible things. The fans might not be in their numbers here, but I can only tell how glorious, how exciting it is in faraway Aba. Shooting Stars remain unbeaten and they keep their pride. A result which secures top 6 position for the People's Elephants, not a scoreline. Shooting Stars 0, ENYIMBA International 0. Emmanuel Sebastian, the Elephants came and they were not destroyed. They didn't have to win and they picked up what was essential, a place in the Super 6?
I mean, it's what matters, Emmanuel. At the end of the day, they got the much needed results, even though, I mean, it was quite disappointing. We couldn't get a goal in this fixture, but I mean, for ENYIMBA, I mean, a draw at the end of the day was enough for them to secure a spot in that Super 6 playoff.
He doesn't look quite excited, Finidi Joe. Just
he doesn't.
Keeping his excitement until he goes into the locker room.
But you can see that chicken smile at
now
the end.
we can see the smile,
Yeah, we can see the smile. So, I mean, you know, they end the season in third position. They will be in the Super 6. I mean, Bendel Insurance, Remo Stars and ENYIMBA. It's good to see these three teams. I mean, Emmanuel, what a scene here.
I don't think they should be taking, photographs with him. He was a tormentor in chief for ENYIMBA.
But I mean, it's what you love to see.
Yeah.
I mean, all smiles.
I mean, teammates. He played for the team. I was part of the Chan squad in 2018 in Morocco. I was there as a reporter, of course, and they just enjoying this pleasant moment because it's a draw. Shooting Stars retain that dominance they always have at the Lekan Salami Stadium in ENYIMBA, knowing that they would journey. It's a long journey from Ibadan to Aba with happy faces, and whatever song the driver plays, it would not be a sad one. And it's good to see a swap of jerseys. Not often in the professional football league, or the Premier Football League.
I mean, it's one of the beauties that's come with the final day of fixtures of the season. We get to see all this.
Regular season, we've got to mention
regular season,
because there still will be more drama, and this time the entire nation will congregate in Lagos. There's a reason why that state is called the Center of Excellence, where we'll be seeing excellent football.
And Emmanuel, this team, ENYIMBA, despite the fact that they've ended the season in third position, I mean, you can't just write them off in that Super 6. You know, they're always, one of the big teams when it comes to football in Nigeria, in the Nigerian Premier Football League precisely. You know, they might not have ended the season where they want to, but I mean, in the Super 6, they will be ready and, fired up, to contest with the other teams, the other 5 teams they will be going up against in that Super 6 in the Center of Excellence.
What can we say? Congratulations to Bendel Insurance, to Remo Stars, to ENYIMBA International Football Club in Group A. Congratulations to Rivers United, Lobby Stars and Sunshine Stars in Group B from the Lekan Salami Stadium. It's been a pleasure. Thanks. And until we see you in the Super 6 for now, from all of us, the production crew, it's bye for now. One more. That's 3 minutes. What the I never see team we don't put me there. I never see. The success. Oh, this is a great coverage. It was a success. A success. With multiple S.